Now we have some questions from the audience. Any advice on what type of employer would be most likely to give someone just starting out a good chance and also provide a decent opportunity, getting your foot in the door in a good place rather than some place that like people are like taking advantage of you, and just like what's your advice about that?
I think it's just about finding a good fit of a company. I mean, you can go with a startup and they could be fantastic to you. You can go with a huge company, it could be fantastic to you. I work at a pretty big company. It's not a giant, but it's, 150 or so people. And I love it there. They're amazing to me. I couldn't ask for anything else. I know friends who worked at startups and they swear there's no other way to work. So it's about finding a good fit, good company, because there's evil giant companies who will treat you horribly and there's evil startups who will treat you horribly too. So I think that's where it comes in handy to talk to developers there. That's the thing I said earlier, where you say you interact with developers there while you're interviewing, hopefully. And you can talk to them and say, do you have any junior level developers? How they like the job? Are they learning a lot? Can I talk to them maybe? You have all the resources there to figure it out. You just need to kind of put in some time. You can check places like Indeed too. I think is a good place to see developer happiness there. You can check
Glassdoor.
Yeah.
So like glassdoor.com or something like that.
Yeah, there's people will go there and rate their companies. So they'll say, this is my job title. I'm a junior developer. I'm a developer one, something like that. And this is my feedback on the company. I really like it here. I hate it here. It's the worst place on earth. They'll say anything they want, especially after they leave. So
I think the one place to avoid is anywhere where people seem kind of frantic, like they can't get all their work done. Or when you're interviewing, when you're talking in the phone screen, whatever, get a sense of how overwhelmed they are. And if they're overwhelmed, nobody's going to really want to feel like they can take the time to help you. Being somewhere where it feels like they're kind of on top of things, they're probably a little more likely to provide some mentorship, do some paired coding, and really help nurture you.
I think it's also knowing what you want. All companies are a little bit different depending on what you want to get out of it. Like, do you want to work from home? Like there's some places like Ben wants to work from home and his company's cool with it. There's plenty of places that wouldn't be cool with that and would just say like, no, you can't do that. And like, oh, you want to work from home? Like get a new job. That's cool. But then there's places that will let it. And then you think about like, okay, do you want to be writing code 100% of the time? Well, there's jobs where you can do that. Do you want to be in meetings and feel like you have exposure to other parts of the business? There's jobs like that. And it's hard because you don't know what you necessarily want to do and how you want to be. But like do some research on companies out there, talk to other developers, ask them about their day-to-day job. And the one question that I think kind of is pretty fascinating is what's your deploy schedule? Or how does code go into production? And I think you kind of can glean a lot of insight about how a company rolls by the way they ship their code live. Some people have like a strict, like once a week. Some people are more sort of ad hoc. And I think that actually tells you, it's kind of weird. You have to infer stuff from it, but it's a pretty good question that I think can tell you a lot.